Hello everyone and welcome to Orange University. On tonight's episode, Azorius Control. I really love Azorius Control. I never really get to play it because I want to switch it up, but this is kind of my bread and butter kind of deck, right? This is the one that I would always go to if I was asked to join a tournament or whatever. This is, well, not this specific deck, but the color combo, the draw go kind of control style, the one where we always have something as an answer to almost every type in the format. That's kind of the idea of the deck. Now let's talk about a little bit of the deck list itself. Now currently the best way to play blue-white control is actually the bane of my existence, the mill decks. I absolutely abhor the mill decks because I always lose to them. So now we're going to try to play it. And the way we mill is, of course, with Jace, the Perfected Mind, the -X, which we can play on the ETB, right, with 5 loyalty, is -15. Mill 15 cards with 1 card in Jace. And that's not that great, but, you know, if our opponent's really just trying to draw out their deck, then we can mill them for 15 with 1 Jace, mill them for 15 again with the second Jace, and win game that way. Kind of the idea of the deck. We also have Realmbreaker, which can help us mill a little bit better and also get us a little bit more of a ramp with our deck, which is kind of fun. Now let's talk about the whole deck list. Now we have, in this deck, pretty much all just removal. We got 2 Elspeth Smite in the early game so that we can deal 3 damage to an attacker, but also exile. It's pretty important to exile a lot of creatures nowadays. We also have 4 Fateful Absence and 4 Get Lost. This is just whatever you have in play, we're going to get rid of them. And then we have 4 Sunset Revelry, just against burn decks, against aggro decks. We're able to kind of sustain ourselves a little bit more with just the 1/1s and 4 life gain. But we can also draw a card if our opponent has a bigger hand than us. We have 2 Negate in the deck, and I've decided to just run Negate instead of any other counterspells because of all the Caverns of Souls. So, we are still blue deck, so our opponent's always going to be thinking about counterspells, but we're actually not going to have any counterspells other than the Negate. Then in the 3-drop, we just got the ramps. We got 1 Realmbreaker and 1 Celestus. Kind of the slower style of ramps, but ramps nevertheless. And then in the 4-drops, we're going to have 3 Wandering Emperor, 4 Jace, and 4 Memory Deluge. Card draw, win con, and then just sustainability in a Emperor is pretty good too. Then we have 4 Sunfall as the board wipe, the massive board wipe against the large boards. And you may notice here, we don't actually have any farewells in the deck. And this is what I noticed in a lot of deck lists, that they don't have farewells. I don't know if that is correct or not, but I'm going to try out this deck. I'm going to run various versions of Azorius Control before the next release, or the next sort of shake-up on the next release in Magic, which I don't know, in 7 days or something. I don't remember anymore, but I think Azorius Control has various ways to play, and this is the way that I'm going to try today. This is off one of the higher win rate decks that I found online, but we all know that win rate doesn't mean anything when we're playing on Arena, because sometimes we're just going to get bad draws. Now, because we're a very controlled deck, we have a very heavy land base of 27 lands, but I've also noted to change the land base a little bit. So here we have 1 Eiganjo, 1 Otawara. That's always going to be the same, but I'm going to have 4 plains and 4 islands because I also have 3 Fields of Ruin to get rid of our opponent's manland. When we do that, we also fetch ourselves. So we got to be careful. Having basic lands is pretty important, or we're going to end up stone raining ourselves. Now, I'm only going to run 2 Adarkar Wastes, even though this is probably one of the better lands in the deck. We're going to run 2 Adarkar Wastes because we already have the dual color lands in 4 Deserted Beach and 4 Seachrome Coast. You can always cut down a Seachrome Coast to 3 and then run 3 Adarkar Wastes. I think that's justifiable, but this is the version I'm running right now, just so that I can also slot in for Restless Anchorage. This manland is fan-freaking-tastic. It is a 3 mana to turn into a creature, but it's a 2/3 bird, 2/3 flying bird. So when it attacks, we get a map token. Map token's probably not as impactful. It's pretty good to help us draw more lands, but more importantly, it's a 2/3 flyer, which has evasion. That's fantastic. All right, that's a whole deck list. Let's go and try out this deck. I do think Azorius Control probably is no longer the top tier deck in the meta just because of how, number one, Caverns Souls is really stopping all kinds of control decks just out there. And if we're trying to mill as a win con, we have to learn the sustainability in order to, well, not learn, but we have to adapt to the sustainability of a mill deck, which I'm not very good at. So let's see whether or not we can do this. This is an okay hand because we got removal, we got 3 lands, we got Jace and Sunset Revelry. We're gonna keep, but we are not going first, and opponent's Jink attacks us, so that's probably not great. What it means is that they're also some form of a control deck, and if they are, I just don't have any. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right. I have 7 lands, so my Reveries are dead cards. Should we tell her to get lost? Get lost. Whoa, Fateful Absence. I don't want to get hit by a Malcolm. Invasion. Okay. We'll mill one of our Sunset Reveries. We got a lot of them. Do we Jace here? Actually, I mean, if we Jace here, they can inherit Jace with the Anchorage, right? I don't think we want to do that. So Deep Cavern Bat. What are we gonna hit? None of these cards are that great. They can definitely hit the Jace, but I wasn't going to play the Jace anytime soon. Okay, hit our Get Lost. That might be an interesting play. Let's take out their Anchorage. We'll get an island. Maybe. I'm not sure if island or playing is better here. Oh, that's pretty good. That does mean now we can attack him with the Restless Anchorage. Get a map token. Or it also means we can get out the Jace. Do we get out the Jace and hopefully don't get... what kind of deck is this? So far it's got Bat and Malcolm, so I think it's Esper Legend. Will Esper Legend run a Sheoldred's Edict? That's an interesting question.
I've already read your thoughts. You won't stop us.
I need cards.
We can improve upon your ideas.
I don't think you can punch Jace for 3 next turn. Yep, not gonna punch Jace for 3 next turn. Gonna punch Jace for 2. Am I gonna draw a useful card?
Plans.
No, I'm gonna draw a land. That's not good, right? Let's see here. We can turn the Restless Anchorage live, but that won't do us much good.
Our plans are beyond your comprehension.
That's not good. I mean, our current hand is not something great, and they probably would have counter spells. We're gonna have to say goodbye to our Jace.
Retreat is the sensible action.
Oh boy. Talk about our lands, right? Huh. Well, this doesn't look fun. Alright, so we're gonna need 3 to Eiganjo. Actually, no, we can't do that to the Rafine. It's too much. So, what do? Do we Rivalry? We don't actually draw cards with Rivalry. So we can get lost to Rafine. And he can probably counter that. He's cycling. Should we get lost to Rafine in response? Want to do it before he attacks. Talking Numa, okay. What does he have to bring back? Nothing insane yet. Okay, he's gonna bring back a Rafine, but he can't use it this turn. He's getting lost. I don't think he's gonna attack. Not into an Elspeth Smite. Counterspell. So you want to do it again to make it a 4/4? Yes. Well, huh. I don't know if I agree with that, but okay, my turn. Another Memory Deluge. So we could Sunset just to get 2/1/1s. He cannot counter the Eiganjo. So, if we Memory Deluge, I mean, he doesn't have to make this appear anymore, right? So maybe drawing a card here and getting 2/1/1s, how useful would that be? Because we can't actually attack him. Yep. That was bound to happen there. In response, get rid of your bat. Before he draws and discards. Because once he draws and discards, I think it gets buffed. Thanks for the get lost. Plays the Eiganjo. Now shall we tell the Rafine to get lost? Probably. Does he have a make disappear? He has an Otawara on his own Rafine, okay. That slows it down by a lot. Let's see. I'm not gonna counter the Rafine, so it'll probably be better for me to Memory Deluge right now like this. Or I can Memory Deluge and hit him with the Restless Anchorage. I think it's better to have this. This is harder to play, I feel. Actually, no. I could get spells that I could play, right? So let's do it this way. Another Anchorage. And turn. Yeah, for some reason I thought I was only going to get lands, which is kind of how I usually play the game. He's down to 29 cards, so 2 Jace will kill him. I do need to have 2 Jace. So far I drew 1. Anything in the bottom? Not yet. Is this on a random order? Oh, in a random order, so I don't actually remember how many. Okay, he's gonna mill me? Oh, Oh, he's gonna try to attack that. He's milling. Wow, he milled both my Jace. That's fun. Get lost. Make disappear. Okay, he made that disappear, which makes my Sunfall a lot better. What can he bring back? A bat? Oh, a bat would be pretty bad, actually. No, he didn't bring back a bat. He brought back Flying Lifelink, Zombie. Whenever it attacks, each opponent discards a card. I want to do that. Would I be able to get a land from this last Memory Deluge here? No. I have to take this Jace. That's our last Jace. I'm gonna have to hope that he's out of counterspells. I mean, I got Sunset Revelry to discard, I guess. 4 Deluge. If only that was 4 Jace. What does it do? Okay, whenever it discards a land card. Okay. Have to discard. So, I'll discard Reverie. It's a dead card in my hand. So is Elspeth Smite, to be fair. Do I take the 5? I have to play the Emperor here and see if he counters it.
I hope you're ready to lose.
So yeah, protect? No.
I am almost sad to see you go.
Okay, he's down to 27 cards. I did not draw any of my negates. And I have not that many cards left, right? So if we Sunfall right now, the Reef will probably hit us. Still, I think I have to do it. Can't let him draw with the repeat. Get a 1/1. Maybe we can turn that 1/1 into a creature.
Strike fast and strike hard.
Malcolm? I mean, he knows I have to smite, right? Oh, he has a bat. Okay. I mean, I have 4 Sunfalls. I'll get more Sunfalls. If he wants to just attack the Emperor. I have 20 cards left. This is insane. I mean, like, I've drawn more cards than he did, that's for sure.
I'll be back.
He doesn't deal combat damage to me. He doesn't get the thing. And then he plays the something. Alright, whenever it attacks, I'm going to have to discard a card. Do I stop it, or do I let it transform? He actually has nothing, huh? Yeah, this is pretty bad. I mean, this Memory Deluge is going to have to do the work, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. If I Deluge, it would be down to 2. I got another Sunset Revelry to discard, so I do have that. What if I don't draw a land? What if I don't draw a land, huh? Somehow I have like 3 Sunfalls at the bottom of my deck. Or did I discard a bunch of Sunfalls? Is that what happened? No, just 1. So I have 2 Sunfalls at the bottom of my deck. Alright, so Jace is gonna draw me 3 cards. That might be important. It's down to 24 cards. He knows I have Jace. I also have a counterspell. Denick. Oh, come on. Oh. That was almost good, right? Almost. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. He's got the reef. He's probably going to punch me with the reef. Let's try it. I mean, this is pretty much all I have left.
I'll take note
No
of
3.
all your failures. I know where to find all the answers.
Didn't get it. I did not get it. Four Sunfalls. No. He's gonna turn to Reef Life. How does he gonna attack? Well, let him do his attack first. All on Jace. Okay, I'm gonna mill 4. There goes my Sunfall. I have 17 cards left. And then I have to discard a card. Oh, he gets a bat this way. So, let's see, how do I want to do this? The Emperor is going to have to calm down.
Finally, I'm home.
I'm going to exile your Alcatraz.
You are not much of a roadblock.
Okay, and then the Absence, probably going to take out the rest. I don't really want to take out the Reef, though. So I will block Denick. I'll block the Denick. And I'll take out the Reef.
What you're thinking won't work.
Alright. Guess we'll say goodbye to Jace. There's how many? 19? I don't think I'll ever get there. All 3 cards. I'm going to go down to 13.
Still, I will clear your mind.
More lands. That was not what I was expecting. But it should have been. Alright, I don't think we can block 4 of these, so I guess Emperor's gonna die.
I still have much to do. Guards, to me!
This is a long game. Long game that we're always on the back foot because we're down to 13 cards. We still didn't draw. Oh, wow. Okay. Let's get that out of here, right? He's in combat, so he can't actually use the map. No. No. He has the other thing. He has the Virtue. I got bird. Block here. Block here. I'll take 3. I think he forgot about my birds. He definitely forgot about my birds. Do I even want these? I mean, I'm gonna have to attack him eventually, right? Can I get a bigger bird? No, I cannot. Drawing cards down to 11 cards in my deck, huh? I mean, did I also mill the Realmbreaker? I feel like I might have. No. I don't, apparently not. So it's somewhere in the deck. I think I've seen it in the Memory Deluge, which is kind of funny. Invasion. He wants to draw? Yeah, you draw. It's down to 8 cards. I'm also down 8 cards, so now we're even. Denick. All in, huh? Okay, well, if you're gonna go all in there, you know I have one Elspeth Smite to take out this Denick. Eggs out. And then I have another Elspeth Smite. Take out this. Actually, I don't need to do that. Which turn is live? Would you like to draw? Please draw! Now I get a Sunfall. 5,000 years later. Okay, no discards, so... Can I afford to Memory Deluge? I'll go down to 5, right? I'll definitely get it, but I will go down to 5. Not 5 live, 5 cards. I think he's like fixated on damage. Schooner. That's not a good card. Do I let him draw? 7 cards. 7 cards is still a lot, so... Let's take out the Rafine. He can definitely draw with the clue if he wants. Do I have 7? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Not 7. Can Memory Deluge. Can Restless Anchorage. He has no creatures. Is there a creature here? No. I could Sunfall and get rid of everything, so he has to play a creature to get the Schooner to attack. And then we can Anchorage and... Yeah, just give me a 3/3 here. He has no flyers. He has no instant speed flyers. 6 to 6. Oh boy. We'll turn this live. We'll pretend like we still care about damage. Seachrome Coast. So he's gonna go on to 5, right? Okay, I'm 1 card off. Sure. You want to use those map tokens? Oh, finally. Would he have a Negate in that deck? Guess we'll find out if he has a Negate in his deck. Oh, mill to death. That was the longest game I've ever played with Azorius Control. But hey, mill to death, no matter how you look at it. It's really about sustaining the game. We mill all of our Jace. If we didn't do that, we would have probably hit him a lot harder and a lot sooner. Unfortunately, or fortunately, you know, we had to wait for the long game, but we still won. And that's all really that matters. 1 game video today, guys. This deck does take forever to win a game, but it does have that sustainability. You saw how we never draw a Sunfall and was still able to kind of pseudo wipe their board with all of these kind of removal cards. We had the worst draw that game, and we still were able to pull it out because we're just much better than our opponent. Right? They're a bad player all around. I'm not sure. I don't know if he had made any bad plays, but I do think that we were able to navigate through that well enough. Obviously, we won, so we were able to navigate that well enough. The Negate would have helped a lot more if we can synergize that with their mill cards, against their mill cards, and then keep our Jace. But of course, they had a pretty hefty tempo advantage, and we had to fight against pretty much the whole game. No Shieldred though. If they had Shieldred, it would have been a different game. But they didn't have Shieldred, so we're able to kind of land all of our cards, all of our card draws in time, and kill our opponent with it. That's really all I got for you today. Thank you very much for joining me, and I will see you guys next time.